G'day and welcome to the round 6 edition of GV Bounce. I'm Patrick O'Meara and I'm here with our favourite Hobashian, Damon Francis. We're just going to take you through each of the 6 games this weekend. First of all, Shepparton plays Shep United. You've had a look at this one, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Shep United obviously back on track now, it seems. Shepparton will be without Jared Maskell. He's suspended this week, which is going to be a real blow for them and their forward structure. But they do get Shawnee Harrop back, and he might be able to help fill that void.
Yep, United have found a bit of their mojo last week with their big forwards, Forays and Sammy Dawes getting amongst the goals. The next game, Goulburn and Tatura, tough game for Kai.
Yeah, absolutely. They're missing a few stars, particularly the Newman brothers, I think, are out, and that's going to be a real blow. It's going to be a tough ask for them. Tat, obviously, in fantastic form, knocked off Rochester last week. They have to be favourites.
Have to be. Next one's Mansfield and Mooroopna, probably the match of the round, by the looks of things.
Yeah, probably the match of the round. A really tough road trip, I think, and Mooroopna, disappointing last weekend, probably, but they'll be looking to bounce back.
Yep, and they've obviously brought in Katunga's Bowden Karkik for one of his first games for the club, and he gets a tough role on Rod Woodford. Next game is Rochi and Benalla, another interesting one.
Yeah, probably. You'd have to favour Rochi. I mean, disappointing last week, sure, but I think that after that, put that first quarter behind them, they'll be ready to bounce back. And big ask for Benalla, but interesting to see where they're at.
Well, Benalla were very competitive against Mansfield last week, so they'll probably take a fair bit of heart out of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Next one we've got Swans and Seymour at Princess Park. Pretty interesting game, by the looks of things.
Yeah, well, who's going to get the job on your man, Benny Tortala?
I'd say Matty O'Keefe will probably go to him. That's what Bernie's told us today. Yeah, that'll be an interesting battle, both very hard at it footballers, and it should be pretty fascinating. Obviously, it's a big game for Seymour. They haven't really backed up their wins so far this year, and even last year they didn't really string games together, so a really big test for them, and it's good to see it's not just the stars there firing. A few of the my old mates from Yade that have been going alright, Ash Walsh and AJ McCarthy.
Yep.
So it's a pretty even contribution there.
Really important game for Seymour to stand up. They've got to win this one. This is a really winnable game, and like you said, they've got to start stringing some wins together and really make their way up the table.
Definitely. The last game, Echuca and Euroa, and very tough trip up to Echuca.
Yeah, definitely. Poor Euroa had a tough time out against Shepparton last weekend, but all the way to Echuca, it's a big ask, but. Look, hopefully they can be competitive, and Echuca on their part, they've strung a couple of wins together, and they'll be looking to be, add to their confidence.
Definitely a massive win last week over Mooroopna, and obviously that should give them a lot of confidence. And that's all for the round this week. Enjoy your footy wherever you go, and we'll see you next week.